it do with it, YouTube? It's your boy Swiper480 back at it again with another banger video. Be sure to like this video, drop a comment of however you feel, whether you want to hate or appreciate. Drop down a comment on the subject that I'm talking about. As you can see today, we got King Peel, crashes out on Adam 22. He had he had an interview up at Camp Capone, and he's basically talking about what happened with Adam 22. What happened after the crash out, after he pressed Adam 22 for that $200, and after he got pressed by Young and Hefe. So we're gonna go ahead and watch the video and see what he got to say. My bad, yo. Hold on.
All right, King Pill.
What's up with it, man? Back again.
Back again. Glad to have you back, man.
Thank you, man. Glad to be back, man. It's a great opportunity, man, for sure.
Yeah, it's it's been quite a ride for you since our first interview.
Man, I've been going, right? Energizer Bunny.
My question is, why is he always wearing the same outfit? I understand if he, if we've seen him wear it like once or twice because people don't got no bread like that to be wearing brand new outfits all the time. You may see me wear the same outfit here and there, but he's literally like wearing the same outfit for every interview. Is that part of his character? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments what you guys think. Is that part of his character to wear like an army outfit? I don't know. It's crazy.
Hey, baby.
It's been wild, man. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get right into it, man.
Let's get into it.
The day before yesterday, you were on No Jumper.
Man,
you went and sat in on a live.
Right.
Okay, and
boring as hell. It was boring as a mother. I'm like, this is the hottest show on earth. This is boring as talking about 4 extras for 2 hours. Come on, man. This is worse than CNN. I could have been really watching the regular news and having more fun.
Now, was it boring? I don't know. I know that some episodes at No Jumper are boring. They speak about subjects that I don't want to speak about or that I don't want to watch. They speak about subjects that I don't want to watch. But when they speak about those subjects, me as a watcher, as a viewer, I could go ahead and click off him. He was up there basically he was up there with his training wheels on trying to become an employee. So it only makes sense that he should interact with what they're talking about, whether he feels like it's boring or not. You up there to talk, bro. You up there to be a personality. You over here talking about it's boring, but you wanted the opportunity to work up there, and he gave you the chance, and you fumbled the bag.
But yeah, though, for sure, I was on there, though. Boring.
So you didn't like what the subjects they were talking about?
Yeah, right. A lot of the subjects I really wasn't familiar with, too. You feel me? So, shit, just a lot of freaky shit going on, man. They really like to tend on the freaky shit for a long time, too. The Diddy shit. A lot of old subjects. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, maybe it was interesting to them and their audience, but to me, the shit was boring as hell, bro. I don't even keep up with the internet enough to know about boring ass topics. Like, it gotta be spicy, hot, viral, then I know about it. You feel me? Like King Pill slapped the shit out of Adam 22. That's viral. I know about that. I've seen it.
Now, he was over here saying he slapped Adam 22, right? But we haven't seen no footage. We haven't seen no videos. And you would think that they would be out. I believe that Adam 22 is thirsty enough to put him getting slapped on the internet. I mean, he doesn't claim to be a gangbanger. He doesn't claim to be a tough guy. So it's not like it'll tarnish his image. And everybody says he's thirsty for views. So if this statement was true, you think it would be out. Not only that, but people claim that he's a fed and that he's a snitch, this, that, the third. I'm not going to say he is. I'm not going to say he's not. But wouldn't it make sense if he was that he would put it out? So, did it really happen? Did he really slap Adam 22? I feel like if he slapped Adam 22, Adam 22 would have pressed charges, If he wouldn't have pressed charges and he's solid, he would have at least leaked the footage of him being slapped. That's gonna go viral. That's gonna get views, and he would put it on his platform, and him and his co-host would react to King Pill crashing out and slapping him. You would think, right?
Yeah, first one to ever do it. They ever did it. Got away with it. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody ever walked up on Adam and said, man, stop playing with me. Who the f you playing with? He be playing with. Man, they call that Master Adam in there. He got one little fat ass African dude that worked for him with fat ass thighs and glasses. Call him Massa Adam. Here's some Massa. And Adam will cuss your ass out, bro. That shit ain't no joke. You see on the part of the video where he go like this and he yell like, you know what I'm saying? That normally works for him, bro. That's how he do Lush. He do everybody. Wack. I said shut the f up already. Wack just shut the f up every time. Crater face. Just sitting there stupid, bald and sweated. And Adam be with his bitch. Grabbing her booty, fingering her coochie, all in the office. Wack just sitting there looking nervous. I'm like, this shit.
That's definitely. I don't believe that to be true. Every time him and Wack 100 go at it, they always argue, and if anything, Wack 100 Loki kind of bullies Adam 22 on content. You know, he kind of bullies him. Um, I don't know how Wack 100 is gonna react to this because if you guys remember when Lush One was being a pervert and said his things about Wack 100's wife, talking about he beats off to her, he plays with his wee wee to her pictures or something like that. Wack 100 got up there the next day and went off on Lush One. So imagine what Wack 100 response is going to be towards King Pill. It's going to be crazy. I don't know if he's going to get him on the phone or if he's going to react at No Jumper. I really want to see his reaction. You know, that shit's going to be funny.
Freaky as a mother, bro. It's like when you got like a bad bitch, but she got mental health issues. You done seen the bad.
Alright, so this video is like an hour long. I'm not too sure if I'm going to react to the whole thing. If I feel like it's going to get boring, I'm going to continue to skip through the videos and try and find interesting clips to react to. So go ahead and bear with me. Stay tuned and make sure to drop down your comments on how you feel about what I'm reacting to. Let me know what you guys think, if we think alike, or if I'm a J-Cat. Say whatever you want to say. Drop it down in the comments.
That bitch at the Walmart, you like, oh, I got a bad bitch. Get to this bitch house, she don't cook, she don't clean up, it's dirty as.
Yeah, now he's just making. I don't know what he's doing. He's speaking hypothetical nonsense. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip through and press play and see if I hear anything interesting.
He trying to make this a part of my schedule. Like, okay, yeah, the first one is boo. Go in there, have a good one. But what about the next one? You know what I'm saying? Like he wants somebody to die up there, bro. Or he wants somebody to die nearby so his views can skyrocket. You got to remember, No Jumper really wasn't buzzing until XXXTentacion passed away. And he had did his last interview with the weird ass dude Adam. So Adam's whole career is built off a black man, an African, a Negro, a ninja passing away. So in his head, he needs more of that, bro. He don't believe in God. He let his wife.
Now there is some truth to that statement. Adam 22 and his platform No Jumper, they've been striving off of poison. They've been eating off of poison. They've been eating off of nonsense. They've been eating off of gangbanging drama. And some may say he's wrong for pushing that out there. But the truth is, in my humble opinion, the truth is, it's obviously a business, right? And he's obviously in it to get money, to get paid. So Adam 22 is only going off of what the views say. So if you have somebody up there speaking positivity, you know, saying, oh, everybody should stop eating meat, stop drinking alcohol, and pray once a day, and work out, and don't fall into negativity, how much views is that going to get? Is that going to get the same amount of views is a drama. I mean, we've seen previous clips of Wack 100 saying the people would rather drink poison than water. So who's to blame? Are we gonna blame the provider or are we gonna blame the consumer? Because the provider is only providing what the consumer consumes. That's a bar. Think about it.
On there on some freaky shit, bro. Everything that motherfucker believe is right, he not doing that. He like thinking, nah, I'm doing this how I'm doing it. I'm a married pimp. You feel me? That used to be with Lil Pump freaking on young bitches. Now I be inside this little weird ass office with a gang of weirdos, bro. Motherfuckers that's ex-addicts, motherfuckers who be stuttering, motherfuckers who just like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's some weird shit going in there in that building, bro.
Peep the subtle blows that Lush and Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco being a stutterer and Lush being the ecstatic. But anyways, he brought up a true statement, or I don't know if it's true, but he brought up an interesting statement that I do want to see more of. And if anybody, knows the situation, go ahead and drop a video. I want to see a video of basically Adam 22 and the Little Pump situation. I know Little Pump came out a while ago and said he used to bust down 16-year-olds when he was underage with Adam 22. I'm not sure how true that is. That's a crazy statement. That would make Adam 22 basically, the P word, and the P word is all bad. So I could potentially see Adam 22 being canceled if that truth comes out to light. If that is actually true, if you know it to be true, go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Or if you're a creator and you're watching this, go ahead and create some content on that, bro.
I'm telling you, and he made it to where like he the superior. You feel me? But money don't mean everything to me, bro. You feel me? And it really wasn't about no money. He trying to make it seem like it was about money, bro. It was about a principle, man.
Okay, wait, before we get to that, okay, so you and Jefe, you guys have your talk, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling after this? Because
they're talking about something. No, they're talking about Young Jefe. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through the video. Shout out to Young Jefe. No disrespect to Young Jefe, but I already did a video reacting to this. They're just gonna talk about that. I'm gonna look for a different clip and see, try to find something funny or interesting to react to.
I mean, that's what you is, bro. You ain't got no sympathy for nobody, bro. You don't give a what a going through. You just had Tania on there. You had Snoopy Badass baby mama Snoopy Badass because you just Snoopy Badass started talking reckless. I ain't even say nothing about his weird ass, but I know he would never pull up around no homies for no action. So I'm gonna just leave that alone. But you had his baby mama up there just super disrespecting her. I'm talking about, bro, you on there the whole time talking to her like she like a fucking sex slave or like she just like an animal, you feel me? Just saying all kind of weird, funny shit, but she not really too smart to comprehend that she being like talked down upon, you feel me? You know what I'm saying, bro? A lot of, yeah, bro.
This dude is funny. I'm not too sure, or I don't know how true that is. I'm not too sure if Adam feels like he's superior to his co-host, or if he has co-hosts up there that lack knowledge, that are a little loose with the screws in the head, up there, so he can feel like superior to them. Does he talk crazy? I believe he does talk crazy to some people. I'm not too sure if it's for the content. I'm not too sure it's for the views. I'm not too sure if it's to get a reaction. But he definitely does talk crazy to people. I'm not too sure if he talks crazy to Tania. I don't really watch any videos with Tania unless she's up there with somebody else. Like I seen this when she was up there with King Pill and Young and Jefe and all that, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to her.
Like, man, a lot of it, I don't know, man. Adam 22 crazy as a mother, bro. He don't show no kind of compassion about shit, you feel me? It's just strictly business, you feel me? Like, we'll be just like how.
That's the way it's supposed to be, bro. Everybody thinks that No Jumper is like a family platform, bro. It's business. It's a job. It's literally what it is. They're gonna produce whatever gets views, and if it doesn't get views, they're not rocking with it. When you go up to No Jumper, don't go up there thinking that Adam 22 is your friend. If you go up there and you work up there, he is not your friend. Realistically, he is your employer, and you are there to do a job. And once you do the job, you are there to go home. Whether you feel like you're gonna build a bond with Adam 22, that's wrong. I'm gonna tell you like that, straight up, it's wrong. I'm gonna use AD as an example. We gotta learn from AD's mistakes. AD went up there and he thought Adam 22 was close to him. He thought they were friends, this, that, the third. We've seen that not to be true, you know. And AD got the boot, and excuse me, AD got the boot, and he went on and he did his own thing. You feel me? And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go up there, hold it down as best as you could hold it down, get some attention on you, and if you gotta separate past, then that's what it is. Just because you separate past, though, don't mean you gotta end that relationship on a negative note. You know, it could be positive. Just don't expect him to actually be your friend and look out for you the way you would think. Just look at it like a job. If I work at McDonald's and I'm flipping burgers, I'm not gonna expect my manager to pay for my hand surgery like people were expecting Adam to pay for extras hand surgery. You know, he gave a rack. He gave 4 extras a rack. That's good enough if you ask me. People may say it's selfish because Adam 22 is making a bag. And in my humble opinion, that's pocket watching. Stop pocket watching that man, bro. Stop looking at that man's pockets. Go up there, produce your content, and get on and go home. And when you get home, make your own YouTube channel. Do something else to continue to make a bag. Use No Jumper's momentum to put money in your pockets. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
How it was one episode he was sitting up with Wack. And Wack got on there and they started the episode. And he was like, "What about your boy Christopher Lovejoy?" Woo, woo, woo. And Wack said something. He was like, "Oh, but you." Then Adam responded like, "Oh, but you just said when the cameras was off that Christopher Lovejoy has a bullshit career that he got from Mexico. All those fights is bullshit that he did in Mexico. Like the be having a private convo with you and then the camera come on here mention your private convo. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like that's not how this.
So if Adam 22 is doing that, yes, that is wrong. But learn from other people's mistakes. Watch him, study him. If you see that he's putting people's dirty laundry out there, don't give him dirty laundry to put out there. It's that plain and simple. We do know that No Jumper is a platform that is view thirsty. I mean, why wouldn't you be when views make the money, right? So for him to be putting people's dirty laundry out there, that is wrong. But is it something he would do? I believe it. I believe it is. I believe he would put people's dirty laundry out there. Just don't give them no dirty laundry to put out there.
Shit work, bro. Something is definitely off when you doing shit like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell you. You feel me? Yeah, bro. That's why you gotta get on his ass. You can't let that get no passes, bro. Situation out. Then you go and then went over here and did 10 fights. Not saying no names. Music ruled the world. Would have stripped him out that jacket, holding that little ass pocket rocket. Would have got your ass bopper socked it.
To fight Ad Jefe, but then he says he's gonna knock you out and you're a straight buster. He said he wanted to fight you in Vegas or some shit like that. Over kicking it with some guys with some BK or PK tats on them or some shit like that.
Bro, if it's anybody out there that ever see me hanging out with that got a B blank and a P blank on them, bro, please go on the internet and say that time bomb or whatever the dude name. It ain't no time bomb, bro. Not from where we from. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
So Time Bomb is that guy that basically got a hold of Wack 100, and he had things to say about King Pill. He was basically saying that King Pill was a J-Cat while he was up there in Vegas, I believe, hanging out with people that had disrespectful tattoos. and Wack 100 basically put the dirty laundry out there. He did what he was supposed to do, capitalize on some views. So let's see King Peel's reaction.
So if anybody ever seen me, if you can even go and be like, oh, I seen Peel in Vegas and he was hanging out with some Crips. If you can even say that, then I'll say, all right, yeah, they did. I agree with you. And you can't even say that, bro. Can't no.
I'm not too sure what the big deal about hanging out with some Crips was, because when he was in New York, he was hanging out with some Crips. I'm not too sure if you guys remember when he was at New York, he was hanging out with Crips. I'm not too sure if his neighborhood is a type of neighborhood that beats it with all Crips or how they feel. I'm not even too sure why he would even bring that subject up, because not all Crips and Parus, beef it. So that's kind of funny that he said that.
Nobody even say they ever seen him hanging out with a mother Crip. So what are you talking about, bro? If I'm in Vegas, and I'm in there having a good time, and I'm out there, hey, Vegas on the strip, and I sit with that, you know, my whole night up. Bro, this shit ain't no game. I might look at that and just knock you, bro. We might just start having a whole melee, bro. That's the same shit I said I did to the in the pen and all the was vouching for, because the had the B blank and the P blank. Why the f would I get out on the streets and be hanging out with a who got it on the streets, man? It don't make sense, bro. It makes no sense. But Wack 100 playing games, bro. But he don't know I got his son's sex tape. Yeah, about to leak that, bro. Yeah, son is on there sucking Vienna sausages. Little.
That statement is crazy. That's going to be another statement that might piss Wack 100 off. He continues to bring his family into this content, which I'm not saying is wrong, because if you're beefing it with somebody, nothing that is on the internet is off limits. Now, is there videos of Wack 100's son sucking on, sausage? I'm not too sure. If you guys know, let me know. Drop it down in the comments. But that is definitely something that's gonna piss Wack 100 off, I believe. But like I said, ain't nothing safe on the internet. Everything's up for grabs, I don't know who would win in a fight out of King Peel and Wack 100. We seen Wack 100 get down. We seen him fade, but he faded too, like older white dudes. But Wack 100 is old, That would be a good fight, though, a boxing match between King Peel and Wack 100. Can you guys imagine that? I'm not too sure if people would tune in. If you would tune in to that fight, drop it down in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video right here where it's at. We already got a good amount of content. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to subscribe to this video. And if you haven't already, share this with a friend. With all that being said, I'm Swiper480 and I'm out. Peace.
Weirdo.